make you afraid of the dark?
Bad movies, I think, more than anything. I don't really watch a lot of horror movies, so, I mean, the ones that I saw when I was younger, like Death Ship, and American Werewolf, and, Evil Dead, things like that. I still have very vivid memories of how I felt when I watched those films, and I've basically not really watched many horror movies since. So it's not really a world that I pursue so much, but, for me, the thing that I'm really drawn to in films, and I really want to be affected by psychological and, just really great drama, I suppose, emotional stuff between characters. That's more what I'm taken by when I watch films.
And you think that that's what this movie kind of brings to it, besides the monsters and the demons?
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily relating what I'm a big fan of to this movie in particular, but I definitely found that the relationship between my character and Bailey's character in this film, this kind of dislocated, sort of awkward, and my character's not very present for her, and creates all sorts of difficulties by being so useless as a father, makes Bailey's character really, I suppose, feel very alone and isolated, and so that then coupled with what she discovers in the house, I think really just amps up the fear, So, and then, obviously she's telling us about these creatures and she's telling us what's going on, and I'm not believing a word she's saying, so I'm really no help at all. So, to me on some level this was a really solid little psychological drama about a father and a daughter who just aren't connecting at all, but then obviously there's this whole horror kind of creatures element to the movie as well, So
it deals with like the eating away of the teeth. Is that a fear that is one that you
it's
have?
not a fear that I imagine is going to happen, but if you really think about it, it's pretty hideous, isn't it? I mean, the idea of having your teeth knocked out to be eaten by little creatures, it's just hideous. So
do you believe in supernatural and ghosts in real life?
I don't. Look, I believe I do to a certain extent. Yeah, but. I don't really understand what it is I believe about it. I don't believe that I'm going to see one or that there's one kind of standing there. But I certainly believe that when we die, all the energy that we carry in our living body got to go somewhere. So I don't really understand, as I say, where it goes, or So I assume it's around somewhere.
Right. Did you see the original version of this film?
I didn't. Troy made us aware of it just before we made our film, and I had a little look at the beginning of it and went, "Yeah, I don't need to look at this right now." So I'd be curious now to see it.
And what about, how did you prepare for this role where you were so isolated from your daughter as a character?
Well, I don't have any kids, so that was preparation enough, I think. To suddenly be sort of working with a 10-year-old who's meant to be my daughter was, in a way, I suppose I did actually tap into that. This idea of going, I don't know what to do with this kid, and particularly someone like Bailey, because she's so independent. She's so smart, she's so mature, she's so capable, so she was kind of intimidating in a way. And so in a way, anything that came from her as her character in being needy, I was really able to kind of deflect and go, I don't know how to handle you at all, So that would have been my preparation, I think. I'd be a terrible father if I had kids.